to Fuji's farmstead. So tonight or this evening, we're going to um, cut some of these flowers that I planted. These are stock that we started from seed, and this is like my favorite color. It's so pretty. I think this is more of a cool season flower, so I think it prefers the cool weather. And so I'm hoping that it'll continue on throughout the summer. But one thing that I learned last year with my peppers is that the more you pick, the more they produce. And if you don't pick them or like harvest your stuff, then it'll signal to the plant that they're done, and then they'll like stop producing. So I want to, even though I love admiring these flowers in the wild and in my yard, I'm gonna pick them because I'm hoping to get more if I cut them, and then they'll branch more and produce more flowers. So I'm gonna be brave, and I'm gonna cut these, and we'll see what happens. So pretty. And maybe this is not one of those plants that enjoy it being cut like this. And maybe we're in the wrong season. Maybe it's, like they just are like cabbages and then they'll bolt. I'm not really sure, but let's see what we can try and learn. See, like this one over here, it kind of looks a little, I don't know if it's just an immature flower or if it's bolting. It kind of looks like it, but I'm not exactly sure. There. Oh, and then there's a couple more down here. All right. And I already cut back some of these snapdragons. Oh no, darn it. But I'm gonna get these last few. Ugh, darn it.
I started all of these flowers that I'm cutting today using the 3/4 inch soil blocking method. And it's the first time that I've tried using the 3/4 inch soil blocks, and I really like them for starting seeds indoors because they don't take up a lot of space inside, and I don't have a great system going with my grow lights and that sort of thing. So I really like the small soil blocks. These plants over here did flop over quite a bit, and I'm not sure if it's because I potted these ones up into the 3-inch pots. So maybe because it had like looser, nicer soil, maybe that's why they flopped over versus the champagne color ones that were just standing straight up and were directly placed into the ground out of the smaller blocks. I'm not sure. But these right here are Cosmos that I also started in the 3/4 inch soil blocks. And Cosmos have been the easiest thing for me to start from seed this year. They grew so super fast, and it was really easy just to plop in the ground, and I didn't have to add any irrigation because the overspray from the grass has been enough to keep them going. Also, I haven't had a lot of issues with pests like the zinnias that I tried planting several times were eaten by slugs and snails over the winter, and I'm gonna try and plant those again now that the summer is heating up. Hopefully, those slugs and snails won't be as big of an issue. These are bachelor buttons that I also started from seed, and I tried to plant them on either side of these stairs. And I think these are just such a pretty flower. And my favorite color is like this dark purple black color that I started. Over here we've got some chamomile that I'm just gonna cut because I heard that the more you cut, the more you'll get, or the more you pick.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a couple of cute little bouquets for out here. Fuji, do you want to help me? Okay. There's lots of ants.
So this first flower that I am working with is the champagne stalk that I got from Johnny's Seed. And I just think it's like the prettiest flower, and I wish I had planted so many more of these because I just kind of envisioned my whole hill being covered in all these flowers, and but it is my first time growing flowers like these, so I'm just happy with what I've got, and I really do hope that they continue to bloom throughout the summer, but I guess we will see. And then this is the apple blossom snapdragon, and the white and the pink flower, which I think is also super pretty, and I'll be growing more of those next year. And these Cosmos, my favorite variety was the double click bicolor because it just had so many petals and different colors within one plant. So I will definitely grow more of these along with this one, which is the Apricota Cosmo, which is like this very interesting pinkish apricot color, and I just think that they look so cute just in the vase by themselves without a ton of filler flowers or anything fancy. This evening I just wanted to relax while the sun went down, and I just wanted to play around and see what I could come up with. But they're just very whimsical and dreamy, and I just think that these are the cutest little flowers, and they were so easy to grow. And then we've got these bachelor buttons, which I did grow these last year in a wildflower mix that I just purchased in bulk from the store. And it came up with a bunch of different flowers, but I just thought that these were also really easy to grow and just really cute little dainty flowers. So this year I bought these on Johnny Seeds, and I was more selective on the colors. Last year in the wildflower mix, I think it was like a blue color, which I thought was really pretty too. But I really like the multicolored, and I love the black color, especially with the champagne stalk. And I am just haphazardly making all of these bouquets. I don't have a grand plan. I just had these little tiny bud vases in the house that I wasn't using, so I decided to put some chamomile in them, and I do want to dry some chamomile to make like teas and stuff like that. The one thing that is kind of interesting though is when I watch people dry chamomile, I'm not sure if you're supposed to wash them first. Like if you got them wet, if they would just kind of like wilt and mold or whatnot. Because there's just so many birds in our yard. I just feel like they poop on everything, and it kind of freaks me out to eat something without like thoroughly washing them. But they're so dainty. But I'm gonna try drying some of this chamomile later in the season, and I'm gonna see if I can use them in some recipes. But for now, I've just been enjoying them in the landscape, and then today in this little bouquet that we made.